Okay, there you go.
Wonderful. Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you all so much for taking the time to attend this session. My name is Raymond Del Rosario. I'm one of the account representative for Anthem Blue Cross. I work closely with Tammy Rowe. I know you guys are familiar with her. She's actually traveling somewhere in the New Hampshire area with no internet signal. So I will be it for today. Um, for today's webinar series, we will be talking about your 2023 routine transportation benefit. So if you are enrolled in the Medicare Advantage Preferred PPO plan, you have this benefit available to you that you need to hopefully are taking advantage of. So again, we'll talk about your routine transportation benefit. So again, we'll talk about transportation benefit, how to access the benefit, some of the frequently asked questions, and some of the additional member resources that you are pretty much already familiar with. So, what is the benefit that hopefully you guys are utilizing? If not, hopefully in the future you guys will be utilizing. This is your routine transportation through access to care. So we work closely with access to care. So to provide you 12 one-way trips. That's a zero cost to you every calendar year. So as part of your benefit, you can utilize this 12 times, 12 one-way trips, zero copay every year from January to December. Is being provided by Access to Care. And how do you access your benefits? Again, routine transportation covers up to 12 one-way trips each year. A trip is defined as a ride from one destination to another. So that's from your home to the doctor. It's limited to about 60 miles. So it's covered within your local service area for plan covered services such as medical office visits, visit to a silver sneaker location, or visit to a pharmacy to pick up a prescription. A stop at a pharmacy after a doctor's appointment to pick up a medication will not count as a separate trip. That's considered one-way trip. And you must schedule the trip within 48 hours in advance. So again, that's a key word. 48 hours in advance notice is needed. And when you're scheduling your ride, just let the access to care vendor know that if you are in a wheelchair or not, if you need help, or if someone will be coming with you, so they're aware ahead of time. Trips will not be covered for personal errands or other reason when accessing non-covered services. So again, this is only for covered services like a medical office visit, or the silver sneaker location, or if you need to pick up a medication. In order for you to access this benefit, just call the phone number on the deck. Again, we will provide this information to you. We will post this in our microsite, but the phone number is there. It's 833-848-8730. It is also at the back of your ID card, so feel free to utilize that anytime. All you need to do is provide the following information: your name, your ID number, your phone number, and your address. So these are some of the frequently asked questions. So let's just go over them one by one. So what non-emergency medical transportation coverage does Anthem Blue Cross offer? Um, Again, we offer the 12 one-way trips that I mentioned for non-emergency medical transportation services, including office visits, visit to a silver sneaker location, pharmacies. If it's truly an emergency and you need to go to the hospital, 911, of course, is there to make sure you use that so they can send you an ambulance if it's truly an emergency. This one is just for non-emergency. How much in advance notice is required? It mentioned 48 hours. Again, that's the notice that is needed. Can a caregiver ride with a member to and from the appointment? Yes. If you have a caregiver with you that needs to accompany you to your appointments, yes, just let the access to care vendor know who will be joining you in the transportation. Does the additional person count against the member's trip limit? No. The additional person or caregiver does not count against your limit. Can I go to the pharmacy after a doctor's appointment? Absolutely. It counts as one trip if you need to stop by to the pharmacy to pick up your medication. Can a member go to the pharmacy outside of a doctor's appointment? Yes, a standalone pharmacy visit is allowed and will count as a separate one-way trip. Is there any mileage limitation? And the answer is yes, that's 60 miles each way. Any questions so far before I go towards the additional resources?
Yes. Does this mean the transportation, when you say one way, is that to where you have to go to your doctor appointment or whatever and back home?
Correct. That'll be correct. So that's
Okay.
actually one way, just from one to the other, and then there's another way is from the doctor back home.
Okay. And also the phone number that you provided,
Mhm.
does this cover all states, since some of us live in different states than California?
Let me confirm. The answer is yes, it is available outside of California. But let me just confirm where they're the major areas that they service. So I'll get that information to you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Secure. Excellent question. Secure locations. Perfect. Any other questions? All right. Well, I know you've heard this so many times, so we're going to repeat it again. Don't forget to download the Sydney app if you haven't done so yet. Make sure to download it. You have access to your digital ID cards. So you can look at your specific benefits, prescription, claims information, find doctors in your area, the nearest urgent care or emergency room. You'll be able to see your historical medications, prescription history, claims history. You can set up your mail order or home delivery. You can turn on your automatic refills, check cost of your prescription, what your copay will be. So there's tons of information in there, including community resources page that are available in terms of support in your community, in your area. You also have My Family Record available there. I love it. I use it a lot. My Family Health Record, just based on my claims historical data, will show me all of the medical records from different providers. There's actually a summary there. I've seen the doctor multiple times, let's say, for lab work. My information is there in terms of what my blood glucose A1C score is, my cholesterol, and all that other information. So it's a great section within the app or within the Anthem.com to be able to view your health records, even the care team of all the doctors that you have seen. So really great information. So if you want to go back and say, hey, I couldn't remember the name of the doctor that I've seen a few months ago, it will be there as long as they've submitted a claim to us. We have the My Health Advantage. So once in a while, you'll probably get some sort of a mailer from Anthem that just tells you, keeps track of your health and progress, lets you know about reminders about your preventative annual exam, medications, for routine tests, checkups on a regular basis. So it's just more of a friendly reminder that you're due for a checkup. And again, don't forget, within the app and within the Anthem.com, you do have those special offers available to you. If you want to buy some discounted items for Fitbit, contacts, LASIK surgery, hearing aid. So we have all of that information available within the app or within the Anthem.com portal. And again, these are some of the resources in terms of the phone number that you can contact directly if you have any questions regarding your medical benefits, your pharmacy benefits, even the Lasers Benefit Center phone number as well. And that is all I have. It's actually a pretty short presentation. Just wanted to make sure you take advantage of the transportation benefit available to you. Please feel free to take advantage of it. You get 12 one-way trips available every year from January to December. Again, it's zero copay, zero cost share to you. So make sure to take advantage of this.
Okay, now let me ask, and to the gentleman that responded in the chat, we will be providing everyone with the link to the microsite where this will be posted, where this recording will be posted. So if you jumped on after it started, you'll be able to watch it from the beginning. So what does a member have to do if they have a doctor's appointment? How far in advance do they need to call?
48 hours advance notice at least, at minimum. Sure.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and then what they need to do, the good thing is the phone number's at the back of the ID card. All they need to do is provide the name, their member ID number, their phone number, and address. If they need wheelchair assistance, make sure to let them know so they can provide the right vehicle needed for transportation. And if they're bringing someone with them, like a caregiver or a family to accompany them to the visit, just let the company know ahead of time.
What happens is if the vehicle is late for you to pick you up?
Well, so knock on wood, they will ask for your appointment time so they know ahead of time when to arrive to pick you up. So most likely they'll definitely pick you up ahead of time. But if there are any issues with late appointments, please do let us know, because that's something that we will need to address directly with access to care. So far, knock on wood, we haven't received any issue in terms of late pickup for our retirees or members being late to their appointment. But in the event that that happens, please let us know so we can address that right away with access to care.
Okay, Raymond, there are some questions in the chat.
Sure.
Let me see.
Yeah, this is correct. This is the Medicare Advantage, Medicare C. You're correct. So this is only for members that are enrolled with a Medicare Advantage preferred PPO plan. So this is not this benefit is not available to the new plan being added, the Med Sub plan being added for 1/1/2024. So this is for our members enrolled in that Part C that you mentioned. So great question, Fred.
Okay, is there any type of transportation benefit available to those in the new plan or no?
Not under the new plan, since it's closely regulated by the VMHC.
Mm-hmm.
Versus this plan is more of a CMS, fully CMS regulated plan.
Okay, okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Angeline.
Crystal, I see a question from Joyce about the plan has two choices for eye care. Is the one for the 12 months? Does Anthem cover eye care? Because my eye care is under something totally different than Anthem. How does that work?
Well, I think if you have Anthem Blue Cross, is with Blue View Vision. Isn't that a part of Anthem, Raymond? No.
That is correct. So Blue View
Yeah.
Vision is Anthem. So you automatically get your Blue View Vision Anthem benefit. So that is a PPO. So you're correct. And then if you're enrolled on the Medicare Advantage Part C preferred PPO plan, then you also have some extra vision benefits that they've added as an extra bonus benefit for our members. Again, that's only available to that Part C plan.
Thank you, because I think mine is under the Blue View Vision.
Correct. So it's also through Anthem, which is through us. Correct.
Okay, thank you. That's good to know.
Yeah, you're very welcome. And hopefully, Joyce, that answers your question, I hope.
Yes, very good answers and very good presentation.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, so please make sure to take advantage of this. Again, so if you haven't used it for this year, you still have that 12 one-way trip. So you have until December, and everything resets in January 1st. So please do take advantage of it.
Okay, let me ask again, because I want clarification on this, because like you said, these are benefits that are provided through the plan. But right now, most people, if they can't utilize their vehicle, they're using Uber or Lyft. But this is a free benefit. Now, I want clarification when you say one way. So if a member has a doctor's appointment, they're taking them to the doctor's appointment. Is and then they obviously have to go back home, which is another direction. Is that still considered one way?
That's two-way because that's a round trip. Correct. But the
Okay.
good thing is, if you need medication and need to stop by at a pharmacy, that's still considered that's the one way going back. So one way to go from your home to the doctor, then from your doctor to your home is another way, another trip. But then in between that, you can stop by at a pharmacy to pick up a medication. Still considered as a one trip.
So
So
that was
excellent question.
that was my concern also, Crystal. If that one way going to the doctor or wherever we need to go to get the medication is that one way going to the doctor one trip and going back home a second trip.
That is, you're correct. So that's a second trip. But in between that, if you need to stop by the pharmacy, it's still considered within that one trip. So to your point, one way going there, that's one trip. Going back is a second trip, which includes a pharmacy visit.
Okay, so that would really narrow down that 12 one ways. That would definitely narrow that down
To
depending on
six
how.
round trips total. So to your
Right,
point, you're correct.
right. Okay, that's very clear.
Correct. So 12 one ways or six round trips.
Okay.
Okay. Yep.
So if someone was able to drop you off maybe to the doctor and then not a way to get back home, then that's a good a way to contact. Hopefully, you schedule it within 48 hours in advance notice.
And this is within 1 year. This
From
service.
January to December. So every January 1st it resets.
Okay.
I have a question.
Sure.
This is Joyce. I'm sorry, I'm kind of segue from the transportation because I was on the internet looking for eye care.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, on my website I found that it divided into two sections. One had, I guess it's a PPO that I would go to a provider in network, and then what happens is I think there was two sections. One said that I only get a new pair of glasses. I mean, I could do there's no charge for the visit to get the eye exam, and there's I think $100 credit for frame lenses or whatever extra. And then there's a second side, the second section that said that I can get, it cost me $20 for the exam, and then I have $150 credit toward frames, glasses, or whatever, or contact lenses. And then get I can get care with every 12 months. So does that mean that one is a PPO and the other one is out of network? I'm not understanding that part of it.
So you both have access to both. So they're actually both PPO. It's just that one is through an actual vision benefit